What is up, everyone, and welcome back to Across the Board, sponsored by MoneyBall Metrics. You have a modified team here today. You have myself, AlphaDog Bets, here with my guy, Jefe, from Jefe Picks. Jefe, we got a little two-man pick and roll today. How are you?
Guys, it's going to be a great show. I'm great. It's Thursday, which means we actually have a game worth watching, unlike that basketball crap last night. Not that the games were bad or that I didn't pick the right size. They were just unwatchable. And I'm excited for that. I'm also excited that it's just me and you. No rules. Dad's not here. We're doing all the fun stuff today. This is going to be a chaotic, fun show, just like all of you guys in the chat know about. Nick, I don't know if we want to speak to that, but...
Dylan, stop calling out JD's AI backgrounds, okay? There's nothing wrong with Turvanovs.
Turvanovs. Wow. Those people used to live right next to my parents back in Russia.
Very good. Very good.
Dmitry and Ilona Turvanovs.
I don't know if you want to admit that publicly, but very good. All right. Well, Jefe, we have no agenda. We have nothing we're planning on today. I'm just kidding, everyone. We have a full show planned. We're very excited about that. Before we get into our first topic, let's go over our recap. And here it is. Wednesday recap on a Thursday. We lost the parlay yesterday because the Lakers couldn't fucking win outright, so that was frustrating, but we won our college basketball play. We still had a profitable day, but really did want to hit that plus 160 parlay with the Lakers parlayed with OKC on the spread. OKC won by $1 billion. The Lakers just didn't show up. They showed no heart. They played like shit. The game last night was a little disappointing on that. Still a positive day. Wanted to be able to deliver that parlay for you guys, and that just did not happen. Jefe, how'd you do?
5-1, and my one loss was the Mofo Lakers, who I turned that game on after my random college basketball game hit. Shout out Texas State. And the Lakers, when I turned them on, were up by 4 points. It was a timeout. So I didn't see the score. I gotta go to Prime, right? Go to Prime, it's a timeout, commercial. Comes out of commercial, Lakers are up 4. Oh yeah, red hot take. We didn't just hit the money line on that. By the way, I crushed that fucking pick. Are you kidding me?
You did.
A outright dog. It wasn't that even close. I also said the underdog. I also said take the under in that one as well. Anyway,
what's up, RC?
I turn on this Laker game. They are up 4 points, 24-20. The first thing I see on the screen is a replay of Luka's a three-pointer he just hit over Kelly Olynyk. I swear to God, I think it was my fault. The moment that I actually started watching the TV, I don't think I saw the Spurs miss a three-pointer until halftime.
But they're all wide open. They weren't even being covered.
It was unbelievable.
It was unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Look what Dylan bullied us into doing. We're back to it is a football day, but Dylan bullied us, so we're back into doing our football background. Yeah, that's what we're doing today, Red Hot Take. Not sure how you know that. Maybe we hinted at it yesterday, but we had a surprise for everyone. And Jefe, I think that's a great great time to segue into that segment we were planning on doing. You want to dive into a little 2025 first round redraft. And go over some of the picks we think the teams would make.
Oh, man. I love this stuff.
I know. Me too. One of my favorite things that we do.
I mean, on the agenda today, we're going to do this mock. We're going to do a redraft of the top 10. We might even a little bit about what the draft is kind of shaping up to be this coming year. Now, we don't know exactly teams are going to be, but I'm more interested in the talent and in which talent you would like for the Giants to take and that type of position. Are the Jets absolutely going to take quarterback, Raiders, that type of stuff? And then before we get to the games we're going to break down, I also want to bring up something that I saw on X earlier today, which is the Chiefs' path to the playoffs. And while they're given a less than 10% chance to make, I actually think they might do it based upon the path. And I'll explain it to you when we get to that to that point.
Do you want to do that first?
Up to you, man. Up to you.
Yeah, sure. We can do that first.
All right. So, obviously, guys, as we know, the Chiefs are in jeopardy of not making the playoffs, right? And the first things first. There's 4 games left for every single team. Bye weeks are done, finally. And we are now in a place where everybody's got 4 games. So, this is the Chiefs' path. And Alpha, correct me if I'm wrong. You have not seen this, right?
I have not heard this. I have not heard what you're going to
talk about. To my understanding, this is the only way they can make it. There are 3 other teams involved in this other than the Chiefs themselves. Let's start with KC. Number one, first things first, KC has to win out. They have to go 4-0 in their last four. Okay? Let's start with them. This week, they're hosting the Chargers, which I think is a winnable game. Agree?
Okay.
Next week, they're at Tennessee.
Should be a win.
The last week of the season, I'm skipping 3 weeks from now for a reason. The last week of the season, they're in Las Vegas. Can we agree that there's a good chance they win those 3 games?
Yes.
Now, the Week 17 game, to me, is a very interesting one. They are hosting the Broncos. That's the game where the Broncos could be fighting for the first spot, a.k.a. A bye, and they're going to pull out all the stops to win this game. It isn't KC, however. Let's just say it is not the craziest thing in the world for them to win these 4 games, right? Based that their 2 hardest games are at home and their 2 easiest games at Vegas, at Tennessee are kind of, they're extremely winnable games, right?
Yep.
Cool. Let's move on to the second team in this scenario, which is the Los Angeles Chargers. Los Angeles Chargers also obviously have 4 games left.
Yep.
They have to go 1-3 in those 4 games, but their 3 losses must come against their AFC opponents. And here are the 4 games they have left. They have 3 against the AFC, 1 against the NFC, and that NFC team is Dallas. So what I'm trying to say is if the Chargers win or lose that Cowboys game, it does not matter to the Chiefs making the playoffs or not. But these next 3 games do. So stick with me and tell me if you could see the Chargers going 0-3 in these 3 games. We just spoke about the first one, Chiefs, this week. They could lose that, right?
Yep.
And the following week, they're at Dallas. We're going to skip that one because that result doesn't matter. We actually, if you're rooting for the Chiefs, you want the Chargers to win that game.
Yep.
Next, you have them hosting the Houston Texans, which we spoke about on our Monday recap. The Texans should just blister Justin Herbert with sacks and blitzing and be able to win that game. And now we come to the final game of the season for the Chargers, which I think is something that it will come down to. Chargers at Broncos, which, if the Chiefs beat the Broncos 2 weeks before this, is very well could be a win and get in for Los Angeles and a win and get a bye for Denver.
Yep.
So both teams will have to play their hearts out to win this game. And I believe that'll be the game that has the best chance to be moved to the final Sunday night football game of the year. The win and get in or the win and get the bye. Mm-hmm. So at Denver, hosting the Texans, at Kansas City. Do you think the Chargers can go 0-3 in those?
I think they win one.
So you think they win one of those 3?
Yeah.
Okay. But I don't think it's crazy to say that they go 0-3.
I don't think it's out of the question. I'll put it that way.
Okay, great. There's two more teams that have to play in this scenario. The Ravens have to lose 1 out of their last 4 games. Here are their 4 opponents. Cincinnati, Patriots, Packers, and the Steelers.
They will lose one of those games.
They're losing one of those games. Doesn't matter which one, they just have to lose one. I think that's one of the easiest ones. This next one is also very easy. This next one, and the last team this has to do with, is the Indianapolis Colts. The Indianapolis Colts, who have also 4 games left, 2 against the NFC, 2 against the AFC. They must lose 2 games, and one of those 2 losses must come against the AFC. So let me read you who they have. This week, with possibly Phillip Rivers taking snaps, they're at Seattle. I'm pretty sure we can chalk that up for them. The next one is they're hosting San Francisco next Monday Night Football. That doesn't matter to the Chiefs.
Yeah, we just need the AFC one. We just need the AFC loss.
Now, their final 2 games are both versus divisional AFC opponents. They host the Jaguars, then the final game of the year, they go to the Texans.
There we go. Yeah, I do think there's one of those.
So, that's it. Tell me that this is not crazy.
I don't think it happens because I think the Chargers end it. I do think the Chargers will win one of those games, but it definitely is feasible. It definitely can happen. So we'll see what happens after this week because I'm sure we'll have an even better picture. We'll have a better idea if they're able to do that, and I think that is definitely possible. So if you guys like that plus 550, I don't know if I would take it, but there definitely is a path for the Chiefs to make it. I just don't think it's going to happen personally.
I've been thinking about this all morning. I think it happens, and I think the NFL script writes himself. Sunday Night Football, last game of the regular season. Chargers at Broncos. Chargers lose, Chiefs are in the playoffs. Broncos win, they get the first round bye. But in the back of their heads, Broncos are like, wait a second. If we win, we get this first round bye. The Chiefs get the last wild card spot. Chiefs go to New England. They could easily beat them. And then we're going to have to face the Chiefs in the divisional.
Yep.
But I don't think you can coach like that.
I agree.
I'm just saying that's the NFL script writing itself.
I can see it.
If that freaking happens, oh my God! Thank God this is on tape. I'm gonna buy lottery tickets.
Yep, no, 100%, and I could definitely see that happening. So we will see how it does play out. All right, Jefe, let's move into our NFL redraft top 10 picks. Let's go over who the first team would be and who we think they're going to take. So the first team is obviously going to be the Tennessee Titans. Who did the Titans select in the draft? They selected Cam Ward as the first overall pick. Who is your selection for who would be the number 1 pick right now if we went back to April and went in the 2025 draft? I think we're both going to agree on this one pretty easily. But who was your selection?
Probably got to be Jackson Dart.
To me, it has to be Jackson Dart. I think he is the cream of the crop of the quarterbacks. The Titans need a quarterback. They needed a quarterback. They still may need a quarterback. And I do think that number 3 would 100% be Jackson Dart to number 1. I'm sorry. To the Titans
it also wouldn't shock me if in this redraft they just took Cam Ward again, because they believe in building around him and giving him better assets. I don't think Cam Ward's a bust. I'm going to tell you that right now. I do not think Cam Ward is a bust.
I agree, but I don't
he's
think
playing
he's
on a busted-ass team.
But I don't think he's playing. So is Jackson Dart. I think Jackson Dart's significantly better. So I would say my definite pick for number 1 in the redraft would be Jackson Dart. Is that your official number 1 pick?
Yes. Now, with the second pick, are we playing that the trade happens, or are we keeping it where this is the Browns pick?
Got to play where the trade happens in the exact order that already happened. So this is going to be the Jaguars right now.
Jaguars pick. Well, in no way, shape, or form did the Jaguars ever even sniff the thought of taking Travis Hunter, who, quite honestly, looking back at it, what a horrible pick.
Yeah, as of right now, it looks like it. As of right now, it definitely looks like it.
I mean, the Jags are fine. Jags are playing great, but it's definitely no thanks to him. Now,
correct.
It's interesting where I'm going to go with this Jaguars pick, and I'm not going to go with. I don't think you know where I'm going to go with.
I know this is where it starts. This is the fun.
I believe that if we're redrafting this draft, right, the Jags never trade for Jacoby Myers. Why? Because they don't need him. Because they draft Ted McMillan, baby.
Early. Wow, I had him going earlier than he did, but I don't think I would have had him going second.
And it's funny, we did this a few weeks back, maybe a month or so back. And I remember when we got to pick 8, which is the Panthers pick, we both said, oh yeah, they stay with McMillan. Well, he's overtaken Ibuka, in my opinion. And I truly believe that Ted McMillan has the best chance at this wide receiver crop for this year being a true number 1 for many years to come. I also think the same for Ibuka. I just think Ted is proving it week after week after week without having any wide receiver 2 to speak about. So he's getting all the top coverage. The Bucks, Ibuka, who's on the Bucks, doesn't have that luxury. There's been weeks where he's had that. It's not a luxury. You get what I'm saying? Being on the number 1 corner guy. Yep. But Godwin is still out there, and Baker is a better quarterback than Bryce Young. I mean, I'm sorry, and I think Ted McMillan has proven it to me. I think the Jags obviously have an offensive problem. They want playmakers. Yep. Ted McMillan would be my pick.
I like that. I kind of like that. I think I'm going to go with you with Ted McMillan. I was debating between him and Ibuka, but I do think that McMillan is the better long-term prospect. I think his body size, he's heavier. He doesn't take as many shots. We've seen Ibuka pick up a couple injuries, and he hasn't been as good in the last couple of weeks. The production has fallen off a little bit. So I do think Ted is the premier wide receiver in this class, but not far behind him would be Ibuka. But I agree with you. I do believe Ted McMillan would go to the Jaguars if they did redraft the draft. All right, Jefe, we're moving to number 3. We're going to go to our New York Football Giants. I think we take Cam Ward in a redraft right now at number 3. I do think he's a quality quarterback. I don't think he's as good as Jackson Dart, who, if you guys are just tuning in, we had Jackson Dart going number 1 to the Titans. But for the Giants at number 3, I would go Cam Ward. What is your selection for number 3 at the Giants? And footy, we have a spot. Well, I have my spot. We have not talked about who we're picking for each, but Tyler Warren is going significantly higher than he did in April, whenever the fuck the draft was. Jefe, number 3, Giants. Who do you like?
Man, I'm just thinking in the offseason they got Russell Wilson and Winston. I want them to pick a Ibuka here, but I don't think I can say it. And then I also kind of in my head want them to take Tyler Warren here.
Too early for Warren. He's been phenomenal. Too early for Warren.
I can't. And so I guess, yes, you have to take the quarterback. Correct. So I'll give it to you with Ward. But I am torn. Warren would be so good, but you need a quarterback first.
Giants needed. They couldn't go Warren in that spot. I do think Cam Ward would 100% be the pick.
Yeah.
So is that your official pick there?
Yeah. I have to. Yeah.
And here's where it gets fun. We're going to the Patriots at number 4. They selected Will Campbell out of LSU. I think that they stay with Will Campbell and they keep him at that selection.
Do you?
What do you think?
I get it, but how the hell do they not go Ibuka? I mean, you
got to shore off the offensive line.
You put him with Drake May.
Yeah, but they don't have a receiving issue. Like, their offense is one of the better offenses in the league, and I think that the offensive line has been.
Hold on. You're not playing this game all the way through. We are playing this game in the world where they do not have a Trevion Henderson. If we're redrafting this, the Giants don't have Scaboo.
Correct.
The Patriots don't have Henderson. We're starting from. We don't know who they're going to pick after this.
Correct.
Right? It's like the butterfly effect. You change this, that doesn't mean that the rest gets to stay the same.
Yeah.
Based on the first round pick, the next picks have to change.
Yep.
So I'm looking at this Patriots team without Henderson and without Will Campbell. And I'm looking at this draft that has a wide receiver, 2 quarterbacks gone. My choices right now are Ibuka, or I will give it to you, Will Campbell, because you need to protect the franchise.
Correct.
Yeah, you're right. It's Will Campbell.
It's got to be Will Campbell. I think that's the only selection there. And here's where it really gets interesting. We're going to go to pick number 5, which is the Cleveland Browns right here. So the Browns' original selection has been Mason Graham. Now, Mason Graham has been decent. He's been decent. However, Mason Graham is not a top 10 pick right now. If you were to redraft, you can look it up, guys. You can read a bunch of other redrafts. Mason Graham isn't going anywhere in the top 10 for anyone right now. So what would you do with the Browns at pick number 5, Jefe? Shador Sanders? If you were to rank all the quarterbacks that were drafted, right, I think Sanders would be the next one off the board right now. I'd put him above Shuck.
I mean, I know I keep saying his name, dude, but how do they not go Ibuka?
They have no one throwing the ball.
But they didn't take a quarterback in the first round.
They took Mason Graham, a defensive tackle. That's right.
So obviously, who the hell was their quarterback? Deshaun Watson, yeah.
No, they took 2 quarterbacks.
Flacco.
Yeah, they had Flacco.
We had to play the game where I have to take myself back to where they were.
Flacco. I don't think Ibuka's a terrible pick.
I think it has to be Ibuka. Who's number 1 is Jerry Jeudy. I still think it's crazy that they roll that out every week.
I think Tyler Booker might be the selection out of Alabama, the offensive guard who the Cowboys ended up selecting. He has been fantastic. He has been absolutely fantastic, and I think he may end up being the selection here. That's going to be my official pick. Would be Tyler.
I'm going Ibuka. This is where I'm gonna differ from you. I'm going Ibuka here.
There we go. All right, he's going to Ibuka.
I think they have to. I really just think they have to.
All right, well, then what would you do with the Raiders at pick 6? They originally went Ashton Genty, and you can't go Ashton Genty.
This is the most interesting spot, and stop me if you heard this before. I would not be shocked if the Raiders said, fuck it, double tight end set.
They already have that with Meyer. You can't.
Dead now.
3 tight ends in a row in the front round. You can't go 3 drafts in a row with tight end in the first round. There's no way.
Stop.
Go back to May.
Wrong.
Go back to May. You think they would take a tight end, a 3rd straight year of a first-round tight end?
Okay, genius. Okay, genius. Who are they taking?
Ibuka, the receiver that they need.
In my world, he's gone.
Well, guess what? In mine, he's still on the board, and Ibuka is the pick.
Who did you have the Browns taking?
Scroll back up here. I did right over to the Browns. I had taken... Let me scroll here. Tyler Booker.
I'm putting a check on everything that we've been together. We were together on the first, on the second, on the third. You said Booker, the tight end, T-Book out of Dallas. Okay.
Yep.
And now on 5, you're saying Ibuka. No, 5.
6. 6 is a...
Sorry. We agreed on New England, right?
Yes, Campbell.
Got it. There. Okay. T-Book. And now
But
you're
there's not a
saying,
chance in hell that the Raiders would take a tight end for the third straight year, which they have a guaranteed 4-year contract, so they're paying 3 tight ends first-round money for the next 3 years.
first of all,
No
calm
way.
down.
No
Let me
way.
think. I think you're wrong. First of all, how much did you say Michael Mayer's making? Hold on.
First-round pick money. He was first-round pick.
I don't. Are you sure?
Yes,
about
he
that?
was.
You
Yes,
might
he
have
was.
said
I am 100% sure. 1,000% sure. You can't
35th overall pick, wrong.
Second round, same thing. You can't go another tight end high end like that. You can't. You 100% can't.
Dude. Yes, you can.
No way.
You
Why would you have Brock Bowers?
Because you have Brock Bowers. You have Brock Bowers here, Tyler Warren here. Figure it out. Okay.
It was round 2. I thought it was end of round 1. But yeah, still, either way, you don't. No, he's not. Footy, he's definitely not the pick. I don't even think Genty's top 3.
Give me a second.
He's top 3. He's not number
I'll tell you one thing. If we're doing this with the thought process of the Raiders get to see how horrendous their offensive line is, they ain't even touching a running back. There ain't no point in that.
Correct. And for me, the 2 big linemen are already off the board. I had
Would you call
Booker
me
gone.
Crazy? Would you call me crazy if I said Will Johnson?
A little early for the first corner that would go before.
But he's the best corner.
Yeah, he is. He's been fantastic. But
he's the best corner.
I could see it. I still think
they have a horrendous secondary. It's Footy. Yes. Thank you.
And Meyer. You can't do that. You can't.
Oh my God! You and Meyer, guys. Somebody please get Alpha a Michael Mayer jersey.
I don't even think he's good, but you can't
for
go
Christmas, please. Obviously, the guy has an infatuation with him. Mentioned Michael Mayer here more times than the Raiders' damn organization has mentioned him in the whole damn year.
That would be malpractice if they selected another tight end with how bad their roster is and where they need all over. They have a tight end. They arguably have the best tight end in the league. And Meyer is not a bad second option. There's no way they're going to use that pick on Tyler Warren. There's no way. They need a receiver. They need a wide receiver.
You know what would be a great Raider? Cam Scabo.
So early for Scabo.
I know, but he'll be a great Raider. It's definitely not the pick, but just a great Raider mentality in Vegas. Just hilarious. You know what, man? You're not talking. I'm sticking with Tyler Warren. I think they do it.
Let's move on to pick number 7, which is.
Wait, who'd you go with?
Emeka Ibuka.
Okay.
Number 7 for the New York Jets. Their original pick was Armand Membu, who's nowhere near any first-round redraft articles that I've read. But for pick number 7, this is where I have Tyler Warren going as to the New York Jets.
Okay.
And I have no other option. If the draft plays out like I think it would right now, I think it's by far Tyler Warren who goes in the spot.
The Jets need, Jesus Christ, they need everything. Okay, tight end. No, it would be Loveland for me, too early.
Loveland's not even a first rounder anymore.
Offensive line, no, it has to be defense. They have a good, I have to play this game.
You still have Booker still on the board, too.
Yes, I do have Booker on the board.
And if they went lineman again, Booker would be the selection over Membo.
I don't know if they want to go lineman. It doesn't matter. Their quarterbacks are terrible. They obviously are trying to build up something else. Man, they also need a secondary help. Fuck.
Yeah, this is where it gets well. For me, it was a no-brainer, but you already had Warren off the board, so it's a little bit more difficult of a spot for you.
I think this is a good spot for either Jihad Campbell, who's an Eagle, or Will Johnson. They need a corner. They absolutely need a corner. They just traded Sauce. They need a corner.
Yeah, but they had Sauce. I guess it's now.
Yeah, it's now. It's so yeah. I'm going with the corner, and Jihad Campbell was a first round pick. Will Johnson was a 2nd round pick. Will Johnson just gives me Sauce vibes. They probably wouldn't do that. I'm going Jihad Campbell.
I think that's a good pick. I definitely can see that happening. I definitely think that is a decent selection there. All right. Let's move on to pick number 8. Pick number 8 was
Panthers.
Carolina Panthers. Their original selection was Tet McMillan. Who do you think the Panthers take in a redraft at number 8?
I think they become one of the absolute best defenses in the league, and they put Will Johnson on the other side of Horn.
You've taken like Will Johnson for 4 straight picks in my head.
Fucking love Will Johnson. Literally,
How did he
fall to the second round?
Because of his injuries, he had a knee issue. Remember, but he's obviously overcome that.
Let's not forget Will Johnson on the mock draft after not last year's draft, but the 24 draft was a top 5 pick.
Yep.
After Michigan won the chip. I'm going Will Johnson. Carolina will have one of the better secondaries in the league. Horn on one side and Will Johnson on the other. Good luck. No fly zone.
I have a defensive pick for this one, but it's at a different level of the defense. I'm going to be going with Abdul Carter, edge rusher. I do think that this is a spot.
Oh my God, Abdul Carter's not even... Dude, you want to know how bad Abdul Carter has to be for me as a Giants fan to just totally forget about his existence?
Yes.
He is not looking great.
A lot of redrafts don't have him in the top 15, but I still think that his talent is there. He has shown glimpses this year. The stat sheet doesn't show it, but he has been a disruptor in the backfield. He has been able to get in the backfield. The sacks may not be correlating with that, but he does have a high QB pressure rate. For me, I think this is the spot that Abdul Carter would be to a team like the Panthers that really need that edge rusher to really take their defense to another level. I know Ted McMillan's been amazing for them, and they really still need a receiver. But when we're looking at the landscape, the 2 big receivers that I have are already gone. There's no other receiver that's worthy to go in this pick, and I think definitely it would be Abdul Carter to go 8 to the Carolina Panthers. All right, Jefe, we got 2 more teams left that we're going to be breaking down. Anything else you want to say on the Panthers before we move to pick number 9, which is the New Orleans Saints?
No, but this is where things get interesting for me.
This is where things definitely get interesting. New Orleans Saints, pick number 9. Originally, they went with Kelvin Banks Jr., offensive tackle out of Texas. Jefe, in your redraft, who do you have going pick number 9?
Okay, I want to sell myself on T-Book here. I do. They need offensive lineup. They have a plan to pick a quarterback in Shuck, right?
We don't know that yet. We can't.
Yes, but that would be in line. I'm trying to keep it in line.
Yeah, but as we know what Shuck turned into, do you think he goes in the second round? Right?
No, but this is an interesting spot for Abdul Carter, and this is also an interesting spot to get Alvin Kamara's succession plan going.
With Jefe still on the board, I definitely understand that. Or you're going to go with a Kyle Monangai, because guess what? Statistically, he may be the best running back we've seen in this class, and that's not me being a Rutgers homer. He has been fantastic.
Nola never picks sexy, man. I don't know last time they had a sexy pick. They always pick somebody in the trenches. Give me T-Book.
T-Book, I think, is a good pick there, because they already went offensive tackle, and T-Book is the best offensive lineman. He is a guard, but I definitely think that is the right pick there. For me, pick number 9 to the New Orleans Saints. After last weekend, I think it's Shedeur Sanders. A team that needs a quarterback. They took one in the next round. Anyway, I think that he is an NFL caliber quarterback. And if you've watched this show from back when we had our draft episodes, I said that he shouldn't have even been drafted. So that coming from me is telling you something I think should spot as an NFL caliber quarterback. I'm not a Shedeur guy. If you watch the show, like I said, you would know that. But I do think that this would be the spot. I think if you want a quarterback, who would you rather have, Shedeur or Tyler Shuck right now?
Shedeur.
The guy who just threw for 350 yards and had a big win. I would take Shedeur. I think he has it in him. He's looked good. He's gotten better as the season has gone on. So for me, the next pick would definitely be Shedeur Sanders at 9 to the New Orleans Saints. Let's move on to our final one of the day. Then we're going to get into a little action for today. We have the Chicago Bears picking at selection number 10. Originally, they took Colston Loveland. Colston Loveland would not be a first rounder if the draft happened today. Just a fact. So, Jefe, who do you like for the Bears at pick number 10 before we get into today's action?
This is, to me, is between 2 players. They could absolutely become one of the most dominant defenses in the world by pairing Abdul Carter with Edmonds there as linebackers and edge guys. Or they go to the upside of the field and put Quinshon Judkins in a Bears uniform and never look back. And
would you think Judkins goes before Jefe right now? I do.
Yes. Yes, I do. And I think stylistically, he is perfect for the Bears.
I agree.
Can bump, can absolutely gun it as well. I would take Henderson and Judkins over Jefe in this spot for the Bears.
Who would you put higher, Jefe or Monangai? That's a real question.
It's Jefe because of longevity. Because I believe Jefe with an offensive line can be a good NFL running back. Good, okay. Not great. Not what he was built
projected to be. Yeah, I get that. 100% agree.
But I'm going to go with Judkins here. I think Abdul Carter falls out of the first round, and I could see, if you want to, before you give your pick, if you really want to think what I see the Cowboys. So I think we're like at 14, swooping right in and getting him as a replacement for Parsons.
But at the time, remember, they still had Parsons.
Didn't they? Yeah.
He didn't get traded till the end of August, right before the season.
I'm going with Quinshawn.
I think that's a good pick. I think Quinshawn is a good pick here. So for me, at the Bears at number 10. This is a tough spot. This is when the draft really does open up from all the players that we have seen, from the talent that we know about. What about Amari and Hampton? Do you think he's possibly in this spot? He's been very good.
No.
I don't either. I think the other running. For me, for this Bears team, I think that they would go Mikael Williams, edge rusher, who the 49ers selected out of Georgia. He's been fantastic for the 49ers. He is out for the year now, but he did have a really good start to his year. I think Mikael Williams would be the pick. I think he did a very good job. I don't know if the Bears would take a running back in the first round because they still have Swift back there, and there's so much. With everything we know about this draft, in our mock draft, what the players' talents are. You know how many good running backs are left on the board. Guys you can plug in there that I think are equal to Jefe right now. They just are. They're at the same level, and they're producing the same. So for me, I definitely think the pick would be Mikael Williams. But this has been fun. We're going to be doing a lot of more mock drafts as we get closer to draft season. We always love doing them, Jefe and I. So Jefe, that was a good one.
I'll give you an extra one, 11, because I'm so certain they go the Colts at 11 go Schlesinger or whatever linebacker.
Carson Schlesinger, who went
God, they absolutely need a linebacker so effing bad, and he is a monster.
Yep, I'm with that. I could get down with that. All right, Jefe. Well, that was fun. We'll have to do more of these going forward. But you ready to dive into a little NBA? We're only breaking down one game today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let's get it. The one NBA game we're breaking down before we get into a little Thursday night football is going to be the Boston Celtics taking on the Milwaukee Bucks. This game is in Milwaukee tonight. The Celtics are favored by 9.5 points. I think I have it reversed down here. Yeah, I have it reversed. But the Celtics, is that true? Yeah, Celtics are favored by 9. There we go. I thought it was 9.5. Jefe, Celtics favored by 9. We got Celtics. We got the Bucks. What do you like here?
Nothing like a Celtics-Bucks matchup on a Thursday night where, for a weird reason, the NBA just shuts down for the NBA Cup and we only get 4 games. I just don't get it. I'm sorry. I do not get this whole situation the NBA is doing this week, but whatever.
No Giannis, by the way.
Yes, thus the spread. No Giannis for a while, by the way. Yes. Man, we never really got to speak on this. So nobody thinks it's a little weird that he goes down with a non-contact injury a quarter into the game, where right before the game, this humongous story drops about him wanting out and he's getting traded, this and that, and thus gets an injury, and thus for the next 2 to 4 weeks while he is on the injury report and not an active player, does not have to do one single media session. Nobody thinks that's a little bit of a coincidence. He doesn't have to answer one question from a reporter, never once, never even had the opportunity to be asked.
No.
Nobody thinks he went down with an injury that kind of nobody knew what happened. It was a non-contact. He goes down, and then all of a sudden, it looks like he needs a wheelchair, but he just walks off. Nobody thinks.
No. Also, red hot take. Not sure we're going to address that. This is what is there to say? Sharon Moore is one of the biggest idiots ever. This is the biggest college football scandal since the last Michigan scandal. I mean, there's not much else to say.
I got a couple things I got to say about this. Me off, Dave Portnoy.
Yeah, his Michigan.
I get it, buddy, Bud. I get it. You're a big Michigan guy. You got a lot of money, and the thing is, I actually like Dave. I actually like him because I like guys like him and Pat McAfee who are not gonna do the traditional television. They don't care if they work for traditional television networks. Going to do their thing. They're going to bring the viewers. And if the pinhead suits don't like it, too bad. We're making you money. I like him as a personality, but his Michigan takes over the last 24 hours have been horrible.
Over the last several years.
No, but like sometimes you just gotta kind of take the L and be like, I'm a huge booster. I didn't see this coming. That guy is rightfully so going to be fired and arrested, and he has nothing to do and he has nothing to do with our university moving forward. But he's tweeting things like, this is 1 hour ago, and this is like really effed up. Anybody saying Michigan had proof about the inappropriate relationship and hid until yesterday, please send me your address so I can add you to the class action lawsuit I'll be filing for slandering the Michigan University. I get it's kind of hyperbole what he's tweeting because it's freedom of speech and I can say whatever I want, including your mother is fat. But I don't get why he's like, this is not gonna. I don't think people are gonna find this funny. I don't think there's one person on planet Earth who's like Sharon Moore. Yeah, no, I get
it. Nick, no. The answer to that is no. Short and sweet. The answer is no. None of this would have came out if they beat Ohio State. But yeah, back to Celtics Bucks.
I think we're in a situation where Michigan is in a bad spot. They're not going to get a respectable head coach until the AD's gone.
Correct. Which it might happen today. There's a meeting about it. It does seem like there was proof. Well, we've all seen the tweets where that one guy posted a full week ago the exact image of the girl who is the girl who slept with the coach and had the full story correct a full week ago. The big issue is that Michigan did not report this or fire the coach till after National Signing Day. That's what the rumors are about the scandal. So all the players that didn't know and all the players signed going there not knowing Sharon Moore and this whole thing was going to drop after signing day. So that's the thing that I think is horrible. I think they did know about it, which is pretty obvious because people tweeted about it. People had the picture of the exact girl who allegedly is the one who slept with him and had the whole story correct of everything that happened. So for me, I do think that there was some shady stuff going on, but I'm not a Michigan guy. If anybody doesn't think Michigan's a top 5 sleazeball program in college football, you're wrong. They are. They historically are. Since Harbaugh got there, they've been the king of the sleazeballs. And nothing that happens there is going to surprise me. Nothing. Do I think they knew about it? Absolutely. Absolutely. Do I think it's a sad story? Absolutely. Do I feel bad for everyone involved? Yeah, but am I surprised that if this is just coming out from Michigan? No, I'm not. Okay. That is my take on it, Jefe.
I think it's all very just sad, and I can't confirm this, but I saw on X that Bryce Underwood, took out Michigan out of his Instagram, blah 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 blah. Wouldn't be shocked if he just said, "Screw it, take your money back. I'm entering the portal and going to a college where my head coach is actually a normal human being."
Mm-hmm. Hey.
Listen, man, what he did, no. Never mind. I was about to say what he did was not illegal. Yesterday, what he did was illegal. What he did up until yesterday was not illegal. It's just frowned upon in society.
Well, no, it's not frowned upon. It's against code. They have it in their contracts that they can't do that.
Yes,
the code.
It's against the moral ethics code of any university, to be honest with you. But what he did yesterday is downright dumb, stupid, criminal. He deserves to be where he's at, and his life is kind of screwed.
He'll never get a job again. He's done.
It's not even that, but Michigan does not have to pay him out. He got fired for probable cause. He lost all that money. He will never get a job again at any respectable university at any level. And he, quite honestly, he's an embarrassment to himself and his family. I feel bad.
And he's probably going to jail.
He's probably going to jail. And I feel bad for only 2 people. I don't know how many kids he has. His kids and his wife.
3 young children. All right, Jefe, back to Celtics Bucks before we got distracted. What do you got?
How the hell did we get from me talking about Giannis to this?
That's how.
Red hot take. You got to chill out, man. Chaotic as it is. What a bad game. Give me the Celtics minus 9.5.
What a bad game. Also, give me the Celtics minus 9. Shitty game. Not sure if I'm going to actually have a play on it.
Oh my God, Alpha! I have to talk to you about something. I forgot. I have a Knicks NBA Cup take, and it's very relevant to what's going on in the NBA. Okay, I actually completely forgot. I actually wanted to text you this yesterday to take everything away. Okay, here we go. So, do you want, as a fan, the Knicks to win the NBA Cup?
Yes.
I do not. Let me explain. I'll be rooting for them on Saturday like I do for every single Knicks game in the semis. Great. Good for you. Do you guys know that the NBA Cup Finals game does not count? It does not count towards your wins and losses. Yes. If you're going to lose, it does not count if you score 101 points in the game and you break Wilt Chamberlain's record. It will not count in the official NBA record books, right?
Yes, I did know that.
So it's a glorified all-star game with a lot more winnings for the players. I don't want my players playing an 83rd game, to be quite honest with you. I don't want my players, God forbid, injuring themselves in a game that does not matter. And what I really don't want is to become a laughingstock win that damn thing, and the NBA forces you to hang a dumbass banner, and we gotta hang this NBA Cup banner next to our 1972 championship banner, and we are the embarrassment of the world. I will never not root for the Knicks to win, but if they win this game on Saturday, I will be rooting for them to downright get crushed in the NBA Cup Finals to the point that Jalen Brunson doesn't even have to play the fourth quarter.
I don't.
That's my take.
I don't feel that way. I understand why you would feel that way, but I'd rather win it. Breaking news, TJ Watt has been admitted to the hospital with a lung issue.
Yeah, some lungs.
So I didn't see that something's going on over there. I just got to learn about it. Hopefully he's doing okay, but something to monitor for sure for this upcoming weekend slate. TJ Watt in the hospital for something going on with his lungs. Hope he is okay. All right, Jefe, ready to go into the meat and the potatoes, Thursday Night Football?
Absolutely. And yes, pardon my Jay, the stats do not count from the championship game of the NBA Cup.
Where is
No, pardon my Jay. If you lost in the quarterfinals, like the Heat and who lost to the Knicks? Who did the Knicks beat? The Raptors. Now the Heat and the Raptors play. That's their extra game added to get to 82, and basically the loser of this semifinals game between the Knicks and the Magic, they don't play an 83rd game. That's it. That's their 82nd added game right there. And the winner gets to play an 83rd game for no reason, in my opinion, other than money. It's. I get why they can't make that game count because you can't have somebody play 83 and then somebody play 82. It's dumb. I don't want the Knicks to win. I don't need to be a laughing stock. The whole thing is dumb.
The whole thing. I don't think it makes you a laughing stock. I just think the entire thing is dumb. All right. We move on to Thursday Night Football between the Falcons and the Bucs. Jefe, we have a 5.5-point line favoring the Bucs, as well as a total of 44.5. What do you like in this spot?
Man, everything in my body is like Bucs get right spot. Bucs get right spot.
That's what I think.
I hate the Falcons more than I hate some of my enemies. And it's because Bijan Robinson was my first pick in my fantasy football draft, where I am in the playoffs this week. And Kirk Cousins, ever since he got that starting job.
Breaking news. Huge baseball signing. Closer Robert Suarez has agreed to a 3-year deal with JD's Atlanta Braves. That is the biggest closer that was on the market after Edwin Diaz. We are starting to get the dominoes here. Robert Suarez has signed with the Atlanta Braves 3 years, $45 million. Sorry, Jefe. Please continue.
I thought you were gonna talk about Mark Leiter Jr. to the A's.
He went to the A's. That was hours ago, and nobody cares. I think they paid him in Monopoly money.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, we could talk about this more, and you know how angry I get with this. What is the Mets' plan?
We don't know yet.
What are they doing? Who's left? Did they not watch a single Yankee game last year? Do they think that they can do the same thing that they did with Clay Holmes to Devin Williams? They just think they got it like that. I think. Oh God, Deuce ankle out a week. That's it. We're not winning anything. I'll be honest, Jeff. I don't know what either NY MLB team is doing.
I agree, but we haven't had enough signings yet to really go through it. But this is a big one for the Mets because if you look at our Mets chat on Twitter, Robert Suarez was the guy they wanted to replace Edwin Diaz. He was the guy they wanted.
I just can't imagine.
Yeah. Go. Me and you were in a group chat with our buddy Joey. All he wrote in all caps to us was just now fuck. He's a huge Mets fan. And all caps fuck.
I think Mets fans are finally like, yo, dude, like.
Well, you know what the rumors are right now, right? That he spent all that money to build the Mets up in the first couple years so he can get awarded his casino. This was all saying this is a ploy for the casino. Now he's scaling back because he got what he wanted, and he's going to collect much more profits instead of being a losing owner. That is the rumor right now. It's like
it's not a rumor.
You think that's the truth?
It's the absolute truth, guys. People have to stop living in these freaking bubbles where they think that these MLB owners are not business owners. This is a business. And the only time it's not a business is actually in this situation where the person where the person is so wealthy that this is not even a top earner for them.
Correct.
And that is the situation. But all dominoes are falling. He gets awarded the casino, which means he gets to build this fantastic entertainment pavilion around the stadium with a casino, with a hotel, with restaurants, with shops. Guys, how many baseball games do they play at Citi Field a year? 81.
Divided by, no, divide, yeah, 82.
81, 162, yes.
81. Math was all
81.
there.
Okay, great. So 81 days, nights a year, that stadium gets filled with fans. Well, guess what? A casino's open 365. Restaurants are open 365. Hotels open 365. I totally agree with that. Now, can he let the Mets go to shit? Absolutely not. But can he live with them being mediocre and every year being in the mix? Absolutely. And you know how I feel about the treadmill of mediocrity. Worst place to be in sports. Ask a Pittsburgh Steelers fan.
Better to be one of them than us, to be honest with you, in football. But yeah, I agree with you. They're going to be continuing on.
Whoa. Back it
That's what
up.
we're talking about, Jake. So we're talking about right now.
Jake, welcome. Couple things. You suck. You suck. And yeah, how do you feel about
fucking dumb?
How do you feel about Jalen Hurts' face? Always the same face, huh? That must suck to have that as the face of your franchise, bud. Oh man, yeah. All right. Anyway, I'm just struggling with this whole MLB thing, man. I just don't know what plan they got. It's so odd. It's so weird. Also, but you just said something that kind of dinged me. I don't know if I want to be a Steelers fan over a Giants fan.
I would.
Where are the Steelers going?
Oh, wait, hold on. Just got a little Jefe update. No. I thought they said he was going out of the oh my God. This seems serious about TJ Watt, by the way, with the lung issue. There's
nothing
serious
about a lung that's not serious.
That's true. It seems pretty serious. It does seem. Who is Robert Suarez? He was the closer from the Padres who just received a 3-year, $45 million contract to go to the Atlanta Braves. He was a big-time closer for them. He was the biggest reliever on the market and another domino that is falling. So we're starting to find
this is how I know Jake is not a sports fan. It's just a Philadelphia fan.
That is also
so,
correct.
Why don't you focus on Lane Johnson's DMs, all right? Joe, what dark side am I going to? I don't know.
I don't either. I don't know which one he's talking about. Should we attempt to get back into the football game?
Oh, he's saying about being a Steelers fan. Yeah, no, I don't envy you at all. I think you guys are in one of the worst spots to be in sports. I hate the treadmill of mediocrity. I hate it. I would hate to be relevant enough to make the playoffs, not good enough to make noise in the playoffs, and never be bad enough to have a pick that can make a difference.
You know what's worse? Being bad enough to have a pick that makes a difference and never getting that pick right. What up, Nick?
I mean, I get it, but the more shots you got at it, the more options you're going to, get.
Let me tell you something. The worst team in the NFL over the last 12 years on January 1st, every fucking year, has either been the Giants or the Jets. Every fucking year for 12 straight years. Giants or the Jets on January 1st have the worst record in football. That is worse. So much worse. Like, so much worse. So much worse.
I just would rather be a Giants fan.
When the Giants finally got a quarterback at pick 20-5. What I've been trying to tell you all year, the pick doesn't fucking matter because the teams that continuously pick at the top of the draft are there every fucking year. Where do the Browns pick? Top 5 every year. Where do the Panthers pick? Top 7 every year. Where do the Giants pick? Top 7 every year. Where do the Jets pick? Top 7 every year. And they always suck. The pick number doesn't fucking matter.
You will die on this hill.
And my new hill. This is my first year coming.
And it's like every time we have this conversation, I just go back to the same thing. Yes. The people who makes the decisions. Obviously, it matters. It's super important. But you're gonna have a better plethora of people to pick from the higher you pick in the draft, and the higher you pick in the draft, the better chance you get a better player. That's just how it works, man.
No.
Or else people wouldn't be
the higher draft rate.
Or else then people would not be trading gold to move up in the draft. Then
because they think they know the guy that they want, and then the guy half the time.
Did Joe just say that the Steelers draft wide receivers very well? How's Roman Wilson hanging? How's he doing? How's he doing for you? How's he doing for you? How's that rocking? Name me the wide receiver you drafted before that. I can't wait to hear it.
You don't want to hear what it is.
Is it Antonio Brown?
George Pickens.
Oh, honestly,
and was not a first round. That's why I'm like, you're not gonna want to hear this.
Crushed that pick. Yeah. Crushed it. Yeah, Cowboys, thank you a lot.
Yeah, I was gonna say they did draft the Pickler.
Yeah. Yeah, I just.
Do you want to give out a bet on this Falcons-Bucks game?
Oh, didn't I say I'm taking the Bucks? It's such a Bucks play.
I think it is as well. I'll quickly jump in here, guys. It is my official pick. It's my favorite play of the day. Going to be a 3-unit free play. I think the Bucks have a get-right spot. We all know what's been happening with this team. They're losers of 4 of their last 5. But it's looking like they're going to get Mike Evans back tonight. Not official. We're waiting for the official designation, but it does look like he will be back. Emotionally, mentally, this is a big week for the Bucks. They are tied with the Carolina Panthers in the standings. They need to win this game, and I think we see a monster performance from the Bucks in this spot tonight. Dylan is here saying Bucky over 20.5 receiving, Baker over 18.5. He likes a lot tonight. I don't mind it. You're going to be a homer and take the Dookie Birds. Ooh, don't like them.
But no Drake London again. And let me tell you something, Nick. If you haven't heard me the last 3 Mondays, Kirk Cousins and Bijan Robinson have never met. They have never spoken. Kirk has no idea that he's on the team. He thinks Tyler Algier just puts on another number and grows dreadlocks. I swear to God. That's what he thinks. Because Bijan Robinson does nothing in this damn offense when that statue of a man that for some reason is being rolled out there and Kirk Cousins, they don't mesh. Who's the best? Give me Easton. I swear to God, I'd rather see Easton Stick today. Please, for the love of Jesus. All right?
There we go.
Kirk needs to retire. No, Darnell Mooney's a nobody. Kyle Pitts, is he even in the league anymore? He should take up another sport, man. He should really just think about taking up another sport. And Kirk could be a better Walmart greeter than he is a quarterback at this point. He would be a great children's bus driver. He has the attitude for it. He has the temperament for it, but he does not have the ability to sit in the pocket and read his progressions anymore. Done.
Interesting. A lot of MLB news today, guys. If you're into MLB free agency and you know this is like a 6-month fucking grind to actually hear who your team gets, today may be a good day. Reading a lot of movement is starting to happen here. There's no way you just said Mike Wallace, Antonio Brown, and Antoine Randall L are your good draft picks. Come on.
Oh, God. This is an absolute dog shit list.
The Giants drafted Jeremy.
Juju Smith out of.
Oh, I don't know where he went to college. I'm not going to get it.
USC.
Oh, you're right. That was an obvious one, too. I fucked that one up. That was good.
Antoine Randall L. I'm going to go with Washington State.
Do you really think so? Washington State?
Washington? I want to say Washington.
Indiana.
Damn. Santonio Brown. Santonio. Did he go to?
What did you just say? Did you just?
Oh, it says it's key because he said Santonio Brown in there.
Oh yeah. No, Santonio Holmes.
AB is where did he go? Michigan. No. How did he?
I don't know. I'm gonna look it up. I don't remember.
It was like a D3 school or something. Did he even go to college?
So the last one I looked at, Randall L. had an education tab. That's not a tab for Antonio Brown. Central Michigan.
I knew it was a Chippewa. Santonio Holmes. I don't know where he went to school. Santonio Holmes.
Let me look it up.
I feel like it's a Florida school, but I'm just
Miami. But because I'm thinking of Santana Moss, I know it's. I know.
Not Santana.
Let's see where Santonio Holmes went to school.
Don't tell me it's Ohio State, isn't it? He's a Buckeye mother effer.
And Nick had it right here too. Nick nailed it. All right. Anything else you want to add on this Falcons game?
No, because I don't know where Mike Wallace went to college, but he feels like a Southern dude to me.
Want me to look it up? Mike Wallace.
I'm guessing the South. It's got to be a Southern team.
Oh, God. I have to put Mike Wallace in NFL. Let me tell you how many Mike Wallaces there are in the world.
Let's go with Ole Miss. No. Ole Miss. No. Ole Miss. No. Yeah. Just throwing it out there.
It's Ole Miss.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It is Ole Miss.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Mike Wallace went to Ole Miss. And Joe just confirmed it in the chat as well. Good call, Jefe. Nailed that one. All right, Jefe, let's get to the best bets.
God, guys, I totally just threw that. Oh, I need to play the lottery. That was my wildest one ever. I literally just completely guessed. And for some reason, my mind went to either Ole Miss or Mississippi State or Arkansas.
Best bets, Jeff. What you got?
I'm still getting over that. That was crazy. Wow. Joel, I literally in my head, when I was thinking about the Ole Miss jersey, I'm like, I can't see him in that jersey. I see him in the Mississippi State like black jersey.
Ole Miss.
Wow,
It's Ole Miss.
That's unbelievable. Okay, great. Best bet. I mean, I gotta roll with the Bucks here, guys. I just do, but I also want to look at some touchdown. You want to just off the cuff, little TD parlay, one from you, one from me.
Sure. What do you got?
Give me a second.
Fun fact: Mike Evans has the third shortest odds to score in this game, so they do think he's going to be back.
I'm going with Buck, I think.
I'm going to have him in my 2-by touchdown parlay. I think he's going to have a big day.
Hey, you want to know why? Because I literally cannot take a single Atlanta Falcon other than for no reason Tyler Algier to score.
I have one as well. Darnell Mooney will find the end zone. You can currently get Mooney at some big odds.
You must think Easton Sticks coming in. Because let me tell you who's not throwing that. Kirk effing Cousins.
Plus 350 on Darnell Mooney. All right, Jefe, anything you want to add before we get the fuck out of here today?
The Falcons suck.
They do. But don't ruin it. Don't get them all fired up for tonight, please.
There's no getting Kirk Cousins fired. Only thing that gets Kirk Cousins fired up is a goddamn Target a coupon.
Okay. Well, Jefe, you're in the JD chair.
Oh, Nicholas. I got you, bud. After yesterday, give me a second here. I need to look at my trusty statistics, which I have absolutely none of. Let's go to the NHL. Thursday. And Sharks, Leafs, no. Lightning, Devils. Oh. Devils at home. And they're dogs. Do I dare go back-to-back dogs? Let me see if the Devils are coming off a road trip here. Huh?
I didn't say anything.
I don't know what Devils, Ducks, Islanders, nah. Knights, nah. F it. Blind. Devils at home. Lightning coming into town. I'm flying. Huh?
Yeah,
no,
totally.
I'm flying it. Hey, no, it just makes sense. I'm flying to Tampa. I'm flying to Tampa on Monday night. The Devils are my team. It just makes sense. Devils money line. I'm going to go back to back. Home dog outright winners plus 115 odds. Devils.
Scale faster. Do the thing.
Carl.
No, you got to be
Carl.
JD. You got to be JD.
Let's fucking wait.
Carl,
listen to me. Vegas, stay away from Chippendales. We know what happens there. I do not want to hear about you on the news, Carl. Be good.
Be good. We'll see you guys tomorrow. We appreciate everyone tuning into the JD Less shit show of a show that it was today. It was a blast breaking everything down. Jefe, always a pleasure getting to chop it up with you. And I'll see you tomorrow, bro.
Yes, sir.